Okay, hi. So I spared you a bit of the sorting out that I did inside my inventory, but I plan on refining some stuff, and once everything's I can refine is refined, we'll be able to see if there's anything that we can craft because it's fun. I like to do that stuff, you know. And I don't like to always like go buy big loads of stuff on the auction and craft that. I like to craft the stuff I already have in my inventory. Okay, so I'm just take a look and see if this message is an important one. Yep. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so let's take a look here. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull out my refiner. This is the tool I have here equipped, and so I've got this oil to refine. And one of my plans is that we're going to make some, and I found the word for it, Nutrio-bars. So the granola bars for the pets, they're Nutrio-bars. And they're made with sweet stuff, which we got a global of earlier, and the fruits that we pick up over time. So we'll see how much of that stuff I can make with our global, and that should offer us a because there's good markup if I remember correctly on Nutrio-bars. So you just refine. So a lot of it is work, really, when you think about it. You know, my finger hurts. Refining costs money, so I've never really studied on whether I'm wasting money by refining small amounts. I like to hope not. See, so root acid becomes acid root, angelic flakes. I don't think there's anything else I can refine in here. Okay, so I can go to storage. Where's my storage? Oh yeah. I'm not used, they changed the storage on us, and I'm used to looking for the other machine there. Okay, so take that, put it in here. It's another advancement is now that you can actually craft with your things in storage. I don't know what just happened to that, but hope it reappears somewhere. So I forgot to refine this. Yep, I don't know what happened to the Aliseni's oil. Okay, I'm just gonna. Oops, I have it already. So turn it up. Okay, so let's open up the construction machine. And wow, suddenly there's a lot of stuff we could do. So let's take a look at basic filters and see if it's worth making those. Hmm, not so much. I'm a little advanced for those. And how about basic auxiliary socket blueprint? That could make sense, you see, but you don't. It doesn't sell a lot. Sometimes I wonder if they don't just like make a artificial sale there so that the price stays the same. But you see, only 13 ped was sold today, and then 56 ped during the week, and then 439 during the month. It's not that much. If you make too much of this, you can stay stuck with it. Standard transparency layer. That used to be a good thing to make. And 1.6k pad. Oh man, maybe that. Basic servo, let's take a look. See, so I just wish the market was a little more like that, the economy was better, because a lot of the stuff is just not moving. They haven't made any objects that people need with them. Basic servo would be a choice so far. See, no use making basic rings. So at that point, if you're making these things, basic structure would be something interesting. Standard lever could be okay. So did you see anything that I should be making? If you see something, just tell me in the comments. Say, hey, look, buddy, you missed out on this opportunity. I like this. You see, that makes sense. Basic wires. Hardened foil. Could be fun because it's an advanced one. It could be rewarding. Would be a gamble. Okay, let's just keep on looking to see if there's anything else. Okay, so what's the difference between basic wires? That's Blazarium ingot and Milky Crystal. And this is, Blazarium, Allotenes, and oil. So it's two different things. Sometimes you can actually go to auction and buy, let's say you've got a lot of materials to craft something, but you're lacking one material. Go to auction, grab it, and craft. Metal plating, let's look at that. Berserker face guard, I could make that, but nah, just look at that. There's no markup. It's TT food. It's another term, TT food. When you can't sell something because there's no markup, you put it in the TT for the money. TT food. Trade terminal food. So it looks like basic wires. If I take, okay, 305 pet over the month for that, and then for that, how much ped? Over the month, 86. Basic wires level 1, hardened foil level 6. Ah man, you know me. Quantity, construct, and pray. Yeah, you pray, you just click on this and then he does. And you pray once for the god of loot, and then you pray another time for the game conceptors, the game designers. Thanks for them. And then those that are busy for making things work at the economy and at the auction at MindArc, we pray that they wake up. We pray that whoever has bad habits within the team can go to whatever place to cure them. We pray that they care for their customer base. We pray for Saint Lutus. Oh, there you go, it's starting to work. Okay, so I'll leave it at that. So this is a level 6. You'd think, you say, look, level 6. You start rewarding their mid-level players for all their good energy they put in, Maybe a global. half an all-time high. By the way, okay, so this is the moment where I say like, subscribe, go to our society terminal. You can register at our society, and I can accept you into our society. If you need a mentor, I don't know if I've got time for that, but we can coordinate something. Yeah, so we want you to come and play with us in Entropia Universe. So let's just take a look at the society terminal and see if while I'm crafting somebody applied. View applicant list. There are currently no applications. Oh no. But view member list. Ricard Vale. You see, so the history of All Time High of the society is I'm the one who created the society and ran it for a few years. And at one point, I tried to join. Well, I didn't try. I joined another society, which was called Mine to Extract, which belonged to, or I think the boss was Joseph Squalex, and he was one of the top guru miners in Entropia. We don't see him as often anymore. So that society really sort of like died out. Like all the Uber players that were there, we don't see them as much anymore. So it seems like the old timers took their money and ran. And so now I left the Mine to Extract society, and I rejoined with, because I asked Ricardo, I said, can I rejoin All Time High, and could I please be re-given like some form of title? So he allowed me to join the society again and gave me the position of vice president. So I'm not competing for the CEO position. I believe that since he was happy to take over the society, he'll remain in that position for as long as he decides he wants to do that. So, but if you want to join, you want to be participant, and it's like a trading guild. It's a society where we give each other some tricks and support each other. I do find that the chat interface is not as user friendly as it used to be, so I think that affected the level of social interaction within the game. And then it brings out all my like conspiracy theories. Maybe it's what they want. They don't want people to interact as much as they used to, because then things don't circulate as much. I have no idea. But a lot of this game is based on what you don't know. So the more that you know, the better it is. Now, yeah. If you take a look at many of the objects, like I just wish they worked harder. I'll give you an example. Okay, I've got a hat here. Well, when I wear this hat, the top of my head shows through, but it doesn't show the top of my head with my hair. It shows the top of my head bald. So that's a design flaw, and that hat's been like that for ever since I bought it. So they make stuff, they don't really look back on it, they don't perfect it, they're lazy. And I don't want to insult them, it's just that if they don't fix stuff that have glitches, it's just pure laziness. So I just wish that they had a full team that was there just to pick up stuff all the time, and also pick up on stuff that doesn't make sense, because some of the stories are just ridiculous. You know, high specs inspired clothing, high quality, durable clothes created by man, but with a great influence of style and design by the mysterious high spec race. So it's interesting. Where's that? Maybe somebody can tell me where that came from. I could probably see if I looked through online where that originally was created. But the Belfry hat is a nice hat when you look at it, and then when you put it on, you see the top of the head. I still wear it. I wear it because I just want like people to see how the hat, doesn't work properly. If it worked properly, it'd probably be worth more than that, But because it doesn't work properly, it's not gaining value. It's such an easy fix, Mind Art. Hopefully you see this video and you just go fix that hat, Now, should I do should I create a ticket, like contact support, so that they fix the hat? Would they really fix it? If you think that they'd fix it, tell me in the comments, okay? Then I'll go put in a report so that they fix the hat so it doesn't look stupid when you wear it. There's my rant for the day. In the meantime, I'm crafting. So what's fun about crafting is that you've got time to rant. If you're making videos for your fellow Entropians. So, we got 43 left. And the reason why it's only 43 is because of the Blossarium ingot. We don't have that much of that. I could have kept those ingots for when I'm going to make my amps, but no, I'll be okay. I'm still showing you the crafting side of things. These are my arc formal pants. They have reasonable markup, but you see things have been going down in value. Why? Because to create dynamic, they have to fix the economy. They have to concentrate on fixing items, on making items more complete, on making items more useful, on making items more realistic. They can't just be letting people gamble while they go play golf. And I'm not sure if they do that or not, but it feels like it. And a lot of people talk about that. And if people feel that, they're not going to want to invest. So it's important that if they want this game to thrive, and I'm not talking about thriving to become as popular as, World of Warcraft or whatever. I'm talking about thriving just to have a natural ecosystem or a natural economy, a natural entropy, real entropy. It was meant to be entropy in the first place, but you can't have entropy if everything's flat and there's nothing meaningful. So it's not all about like missions and grinding and crafting shrapnel or explosive projectiles. It should be about a dynamic economy where you can use products interactively. Like, it doesn't make sense that when I open up my blueprint books, that most of these things, and when I open them up, they're useless. They can't be used. So they have ideas, they put them out, but they can't tie them together. Does it take a special intelligence to do that? If you have any ideas on that, if you disagree with me, if you think that I'm like ranting and like a lunatic, then also comment. But seriously, this work, what this game needs the most is a team that's set on only developing the economy, nothing else. Nothing to do with graphics or. And then they need another team that all they do is fix bugs. Stupid little bugs that affect the value of things. They can never let things deteriorate to the point where something was worth something and then suddenly it's not anymore. That's unacceptable because that's how they lose their player base. And a bad reputation in this world on the internet, like, look, my ancestors were Vikings, man, and reputation was everything. So it's odd, that they wouldn't think the same way when we're dealing with the Vikings themselves. I mean, we're talking about a company based out of Gothenburg, where the Vikings came out of, So they should have that pride of making this game as meaningful as they can, and yeah, like some people say it's generic. No, it's not generic. They're talking about Troy, they're talking about Viking legends, the Sleipnir, all these things are important to talk about, and it's not generic, it's culture. So if you think that Viking or Nordic culture is generic, well, yeah, I'm not gonna say what I think. Look at Celtic art. Look at Viking art. It's amazing. It's not the oldest culture in the world, but it's still amazing. Okay, so yeah, so we got that run done. And that gave me 18 ped of hardened foil, so not much. So I'll just put my so this video is more of a rant video, it seems, but that's what I do. I do that too. And agree, disagree, agree to disagree. It doesn't matter to me. Freedom of speech. Okay, so what I wanted to show you at the beginning of the video was the how to make Nutrio-bars. And Nutrio-bars are what are used to feed your pets. By the way, I have a pet, and I can show you my pet. His name is Samsara Rocks. So I use my pet as a publicity board, you see? So if you actually go to Samsara Rocks, it leads straight to my website, and you can hear our music on YouTube and watch our videos, lyric videos. So that's what my pet is used for. And then I feed my pet, so it makes it useful to feed my pet, you know, if you can be a publicity board. Okay, so I use Nutrio-bars to feed this pet. So now, how would I make them? First thing would be to find in my storage, you see he follows me everywhere. I actually tamed that pet with Aatrox using a whip. You can see the animals that you can turn into pets because they have little hearts next to them that mention that it's tameable. Okay, so I've got to find my fruit. So I got 608 Bombardo. I have some Hymoros, which could be turned into Nutrio-bars. What else do I have? Tell me I have more. Did I use all the rest? Did I have Karut? I thought I had Karut. Okay, I'm gonna gather everything over, and that's gonna help me see a little better. That's all I have? I'm sure I had more fruits than that. Well, I guess I'll have to use what I have. So that's not much fruit, is it? If you compare to the sweet stuff that I have. I have, yeah, 54 kilos of sweet stuff. So we'll make some, but I needed a 1K fruit at least. Let's see here. Oh, there you go, Karut. Okay, so if I do split into 5, could I technically do that? Let's just see. Okay, so can I mix fruit? What do you think? Never tried. Okay, so refiner. Then I would take my my sweet stuff, sorry, and split 1K. Put that in here, and then 500 Nutrio-bar. Would it let me do 1,000? Nope. You see, I've got to go one fruit at a time. So now let's see. If I do this, 608 Nutrio-bar. Okay, we'll refine it to show you what happens. So there, I have 608 Nutrio-bar. And what's the market value? Ooh, you see, 188%. So that is nice. So you could actually make a business, if you do it right, out of making Nutrio-bars. And guess what? Some people actually do. Okay, so let's see. Can I make the... Let's do this. And then I'll go back in here. Let's put another K. Put that in here. Oh, you see, so I have to put the sweat before. Then I can refine. Something tells me I would have been better off waiting to get 1K fruit, but I'm just showing you for form. Go back here, combine these together, put that in here. Take this, put it here. Please add more material. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so I have 16.11 ped of Nutrio-bar, and I could sell it for not double, but not far. I could sell it for about 30 ped, maybe 29 ped, 28. So there is considerable markup to be had, but then again, you know, you got to gather those fruits. So that's why it's important. Every time you come across fruit, just bend up, pick it up, and put it in your storage, and one day you'll have enough to make Nutrio-bars to feed your pet. So is my pet fed? Energy fed 78%. So I'll just feed him. Okay, so I'll split, take off 100 of it, and then I'll feed the pet. Let's see. If I feed him 50 of them, what happens? Oh, at 50 he went up to 87%. So I'll feed him again. How about at 50 again? There you go. Hey, he's well fed. So there you go. I invested in my pet. He loves me, I love him. And the rest, if I want, I could sell it and make money. Put it on auction. I bet if I put it on auction, it's going to sell fast enough. Now, let's see if I had other Nutrio-bars in my storage. Nope. You see, and they really want me to feed pet, because when I right click it, it says feed pet. Okay, so my pet's fed, so I don't need any more Nutrio-bars. And since I'm the type of guy that wants max revenue, I will max out the bets on it. The 191, you see, that's what I was saying. It could be 29 or 28. If I do 29 and somebody buys at 191, I help increase the average. And if not, tough luck to me. So I'm going to try that. Accept. Okay, so I have Nutrio-bars for sale. So if you want to go buy them at auction, they're there. So I've got animal liver oil, simple 2 plastic springs, standard matrix, basic auxiliary socket, diluted sweat, regeneration chip, listeria ingot, oil, beryllium, Nutrio-bar, and then, you know, I leave for a few days, I go do something, hike, play with my dog, come back and there's money in the account, and then I can go hunting again and start the cycle over again. So that's Entropia for you. And within that, I didn't even socialize with anybody, and that's a whole other aspect of the game because I could walk up to people and try to meet them and everything. There's my problem. I work with people all week, so when I play Entropia, you can come and talk to me sometimes, and I won't even answer. So I'm sorry about that. But look, if I know who you are, I will. Okay, so but there's so many beggars in game and people who come up to you to ask for stuff that I've got to a point where I don't bother answering because then I don't have any time to do stuff anymore. Okay, so if you come up to me, I'm not answering. It's probably because I'm away. Take care.